So Valerie, you are a financial planner and also president of Schmidt, SHIMOKAWA and Associates.
Yes.
You've been doing this for a long time. 18 years ago, there probably weren't very many women in this business.
There wasn't. There was only 5% women when I started. Now it's just above 15%, but still, it's not that many women at all. So it's a big accomplishment to be one of the women in the industry.
What are the facets of your job that you enjoy so much? I mean, you've been doing this a long time.
I really enjoy connecting to the clients. When I can find out what's going on, especially when there's a rough time in their life. Is it a divorce? Is someone really sick in their household? And it's causing a struggle that they can't really talk to their family members, can't really talk to their friends about it, and they don't realize how much of their finances are stuck in that emotional change going on in their life. And I like it when I can come and say, let me be that person, let me help you carry that burden, and let's talk it through and let's see what are all the choices available. And that makes me feel really good that I can touch someone and they touch my heart too, and we can just have a conversation about that.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Women have a lot of empathy and we're able to talk story with people. I think only a woman can really ask those questions.
And that's one thing people should know if they've never gone through this process before, that a big part of it is you really connecting with their family and what's going on with them, right?
It's true. We have some 4 generations with us. It's really important for people to talk about money. Sometimes it's a hush-hush topic and we don't talk about it till someone is really sick. So I think it's important for people to just say, let's open the conversation. And especially when people get married, husband and wives, they were brought up differently. One person likes to spend, one person likes to save, and their approach to money is different. And I come in and I'm the little marriage counselor to say, okay, let's talk about it and what's going on with your life.
There are some areas of planning that you really specialize in. What are those?
We mostly do college planning. A lot of kids are going to mainland colleges and it's really expensive, so they want to know, how do we do it? When do we start? We also focus on estate planning. When someone is looking at grandma or grandpa or parents are getting older, what's going to happen? Are they healthy? Are they not healthy? And then finally, we take a look at small businesses. We like to focus on the mom and pop stores that are trying to make sure that they're making ends meet, but thriving and flourishing. Those are all of our areas that we primarily focus on.
Well, as someone who has procrastinated, I've quickly found out that I should have started planning for my kids' college when they were about 6 months old.
But don't worry, it's okay. You can start at any time. We've even had people that have started when the kids are seniors in high school and they've come to us a couple months before. The kids just got accepted to college and they said, now what? So we've helped people go through that process because most of the times when your kids are going to school, they'll go to school for 4 or 5 years in college. So we still have time to plan. We don't suggest you to wait that long. The sooner you start, the better. But we can talk about all kinds of different opportunities. So we look at a bunch of different things. Where is your money held? But also looking at financial aid. How does that impact your family? Will your mom or guys, mom and dad, provide money for the kids? And so we look at, where is the money going to come from? Is it only coming from you? And then we just plan from there.
I'm going to show this to the grandparents.
Did you go to the financial aid office and then double check if anyone dropped out? Okay, you have to go to the financial aid office and see if anyone dropped out from going to spring, because then there's extra financial aid offered in spring that you can see if you can collect first, okay? So you got to go back to the financial aid office. Because you figure if like 1/4 of the students drop out and they don't go to spring, that means there's 1/4 of scholarships that's still available. So you want to see if she asks first, then she can scoop up whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
What is your advice for someone who needs to take that first step in financial planning and hasn't done anything yet?
I would say come in and see someone. I think that's the first step. I think people are always worried, oh, I don't have enough money, I'm not sophisticated, they're going to talk over my head. But that's not really the case. We really are just people that want to talk story with you and see how you're doing and how can we help and what can we do to push you to the next step. A lot of times too, people might inherit money and then they don't know what to do and they're really frozen. And we want to help them to realize whoever gave you that inheritance can help you build your foundation. And what can it do for your family or your future children or your current children? So it's not too late to start. We're not that scary. You can just come in and see us.
We've been together at the Wahine Forum and
Yes.
other things, and it's always the topic of conversation of how do you juggle being a successful businesswoman, a good wife, and a good mother all at the same time, and it's not easy.
One of my things is you have to marry the right person, someone who can support you and support your growth and your ideas and all of these things, and someone who can grow with you. Because I've seen a lot of people that unfortunately don't marry the right person, and they have a hard time running a career and being a mom and doing all of these things.
Now your son is 12.
Yes.
Have you started to talk to him about finances yet? And what advice will you give him when he's ready to go off on his own?
We talk about money a lot. I think because my husband also owns his own business, so my son is very savvy in terms of thinking about how much does this cost and how much does someone have to sell it for and what is the inventory. So we talk through all of these things that I don't think is a normal conversation, but I think it's important for him to realize what can money do. What I was really happy is over this last holiday season, his school did a food drive. And he really went into his wallet and said it was important for him to use some of his own money to go to the store and buy a bunch of food. And then I felt, okay, I'm teaching him all of the right tools to look at what you have and just take a little bit of it. And if you can give that to someone who doesn't have as much as you, then I think that's good. So I think we're doing the right steps for him in terms of his financial well-being and understanding the power of money.
And juggling this career, though, running this office and having other employees,
Yes.
and you have a family,
Yes.
you still find time to run a nonprofit.
I do. I run the Bella Project. It's a nonprofit organization, and we give dresses to girls who can't afford to go to prom. The great thing about it is we've also expanded. We've helped Kapulani Medical Center do their first and second prom in the hospital for critically ill kids. We also helped Peter's prom, which is a special needs prom. And finally, this past year, our organization came up to us and they wanted to do a military ball for all the young girls who had lost their father or their brother in the act of war. And Schofield 114 came in to escort the girls, and they did the father-daughter dance for all of the girls, and we provided all of the dresses for the girls. And it really touched our heart to say we reached another group and we could help them out.
What is it about that nonprofit that really you were drawn to?
It's fun for me to help out young girls, teenage girls going through a really difficult time. Some people, it's a one-parent household, or they're having a hard time putting food on the table, and getting a dress is a luxury. You know, we can take for granted getting dressed and being all beautiful and putting on pretty things, and that doesn't happen for a lot of girls. For some of them, it's their first pair of covered shoes when they come to our event, and it's really nice to see them get so excited about something that their parents or grandparents wouldn't be able to provide. And then to see the parents cry or give us a hug and thank us for that opportunity, it's really nice.
Do you think you own your own business now because of the influence your father's had on you?
We did work with all the laborers of many different cultures, and it showed me how hard people work, especially when they're not from the US or this country, and how many people would work so hard, 1, 2, 3 jobs, make all this money and then send it back home to their family. It really made me humble to realize how people look at money differently and how they were only doing it to provide better for the next generation. That was pretty powerful.
What is it about this job that gets you excited to come in every day?
What stories am I going to hear today? What new things are my clients going to tell me about? What are they proud of about their children that they did recently that I can look forward for my son doing? All those stories are exciting. One of my clients just came in and just reminded me that her mom is going to be turning 100 next year. And I'm just so excited for the birthday to come to know, wow, we're going to be celebrating, one of our clients is turning 100. So those things make me excited.